About a week ago, Sharad Pawar seemed to have dropped a bombshell with statements that showed glaring cracks in the Maha Vikas Aghadi. Efforts seem to be on now to paper over those cracks. Mr. Pawar's statement on how a JPC will be ineffective in the Adani case was clearly contradictory to the stance taken by alliance partners in Maharashtra, the Congress and the Uddhav Sena. Since then, there have been a series of meetings. Earlier this week, Uddhav Thackeray met with Sharad Pawar in Mumbai, and just a few hours ago, Sharad Pawar met with Rahul Gandhi and Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge in New Delhi. So what's going on? Is there an attempt to hold together the MVA, or is this looking increasingly difficult? Let me first go across to Mohit Bhatt, my colleague, who was covering this meeting that ended just a short while ago. Mohit, thank you for joining us. Has anything come out of this meeting which tells us that the rift is over?
Well, Tamanna, if you hear the press conference that was being addressed by Sharad Pawar, Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi, there were no specific answers that were being given to about the opposition unity or what exactly was the discussion about. A simple statement was being made by all the three leaders that, yes, we are working towards the opposition unity. We want the current dispensation to be removed, and how exactly the agencies are being misused, it was also being discussed. The specifics of the meeting were not being discussed, and specifically no question were being taken. Now, this is perhaps one of the first time that how Sharad Pawar has met Rahul Gandhi at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence after Sharad Pawar clearly stated that Adani Rao is not an issue. It is being targeted against an individual, and also that how exactly, if we talk about the Savarkar issue, now Sharad Pawar clearly told Rahul Gandhi that Savarkar is a non-issue, and Rahul Gandhi has been talking about the Savarkar. So all these issues, but whether they were discussed or not, and how exactly the opposition will come on a common minimum program, and whether Mamata Banerjee is on the same page, whether the BRS is on the same page, that remains to be seen, because no specific statement has been made how many parties are together in this particular agenda. And remember, it was also being told in the press conference. The step has been taken by Nitish Kumar when he met Rahul Gandhi yesterday. He met Arvind Kejriwal. But when it comes to the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, they are opponents in the state of Delhi and in state of Haryana. So how exactly the seat sharing will take place?
Before they figure out the national unity, you're absolutely right, Mohit, and thank you for that. Before they figure out national unity, the question is what's going to happen in Maharashtra? Let's listen into some of the statements that were made after that meeting earlier this evening.
डायरेक्टली बॉम्बे से यहाँ पर अपने यानी यहाँ पर आकर हमको मार्गदर्शन किए, और कल जो हम राहुल साहब और नीतीश जी और तेजस्वी बातचीत की थी कि देश में यूनिटी हम रखेंगे अपोजिशन का।
तो बताने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है, जो खरगे साहब ने बताया वही थिंकिंग हम सब लोगों का है, मगर खाली थिंकिंग रखकर कोई फायदा नहीं। ये प्रोसेस शुरू करने की आवश्यकता है, और कई राजनीतिक दल ऐसी है कि उनकी विचारधारा इस कार्यक्रम पर है।
तो खागे जी ने और पवार जी ने कहा है कि एक प्रोसेस चालू हुई है ऑपोजिशन को एक करने की, शुरुआत है। हम सब पार्टियां इस प्रोसेस के लिए कमिटेड हैं।
Now, while Pawar speaks about a united opposition, the Congress speaks about a united opposition, the alliance in Maharashtra is still looking wobbly. A few of the red flags thrown up include Uddhav Thackeray's clear discomfort with Rahul Gandhi's targeting of Veer Savarkar. Sharad Pawar's comments on Hindenburg and Adani also stray from the Congress line. To add to it, Ajit Pawar's meeting with Eknath Shinde has fueled further speculation that all is not well. So is the MVA glue still intact? To speak on this, I'm joined now by Vishwas Pathak, spokesperson of the BJP, Clyde Crasto, spokesperson of the NCP, Krishna Hegde, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena, that's the Shinde camp, and Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, with me on the show. I'm also speaking today with Rohit Chandavarkar, senior journalist. Welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for joining us. Clyde, let me begin by asking you what's going on in the Maha Vikas Aghadi. All is definitely not well. A lot of contradictory statements coming up and a lot of contradictory action being seen in the last few days.
So all that you're saying, plays well for television, and it's good to, have speculations. It gives TRP and all that. But let me tell you something very clearly. There's nothing wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong going on. We are together. MVA is together. Day for yesterday, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray went and met Mr. Pawar. Then today, Mr. Pawar and Mr. Kharge, along with Rahul Gandhi, had a meeting in Delhi. So everything is fine. I mean, people can speculate. They can say what they want to say. It just plays out well in a dramatic way. But, everything's all right. We are together. We are working together as a formidable opposition.
I understand, Clyde, if this was just... I understand if this was just speculation. This is based on statements that have been made by your leaders.
What
by
kind
the meeting
of
the meeting of Ajit Pawar with Mr. Eknath Shinde.
Mr.
Pawar's statements on the whole Adani issue flies in the face of what the Congress is saying. Aren't those facts?
Let me break this down. If you allow me to speak, let me break this down. Mr. Ajit Pawar, to start with, met Mr. Eknath Shinde concerning farmers' issues in Maharashtra. Point one. Then, when you are talking about what Mr. Pawar said about the Hindenburg issue and, the JPC and all those things, he went on technicalities. You heard it, everybody's heard it, but if the BJP wants to, try and throw something out in the open to create confusion, they can do that. That's part of their job. They've been doing it all the time. Point here is he just said technically that, in the JPC, the majority will be that of the BJP, and you don't expect them to, give anything towards the opposition. So the better route is to go with the Supreme Court because they will take the right decision. And he also went on to say that if everybody wants a JPC, I am with it. So where is this speculation and where's the statements going here? Everything is right in front of you. There's nothing hidden. So he's been clear and technical about what he said, and that's how it's right in front of you. So there's no reason.
He also said that the Hindenburg report seems to be a targeted attack. That's hardly a technical answer.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He said that, and I cannot deny it. He said that, but there are bigger issues that he said. But like everybody has their opinion, the Congress has their opinion. They go by that. We have certain opinions. We go by that. But at the end of the day, we are together on a common platform. A common minimum program is to serve the people of India, people of Maharashtra. That's what we've been doing.
Vishwas Pathak, the opposition unity seems to be very much intact. In fact, more people getting roped in. Nitish Kumar now in the fray. Should the BJP be worried?
Well, I'm telling you very clearly,
Mr.
Tamanna,
Vishwas Pathak, that question for the BJP
No, we are happy that they...
Yes.
No, we are happy that they are united. All nation wants to know that who is going to be their prime minister candidate. Probably Mr. Pawar must have gone there to discuss that after every 3 months, there will be change in prime minister. There will be Mamata Banerjee, then Akhilesh Yadav, Mayawati, Mr. Sharad Pawar himself, Nitish Kumar, and then, if time permits, Rahul Gandhi will be the Prime Minister. I think they are discussing all those things. Point is that whenever it comes to their survival, they always try and show that they are united. But they are never united for the purpose of any national issue. Just for their own sake, just for their own survival, they come together. We are not at all worried about them because everyone knows what Mr. Pawar is. He is consistently maintaining his unreliable characteristics. And I hope today he has gone to tell Mr. Rahul Gandhi that he should not oppose the ideology of Mr. Savarkar.
Are you wooing the NCP right now in Maharashtra?
No. As far as Maharashtra is concerned, we are on very strong wicket. Mr. Eknath Shinde and Devendra Fadnavis government is going on very strongly. They are performing well. So we have no any worry or any challenges whatsoever.
Okay, quick response to Clyde before I go ahead. Yes, very quickly.
Tamanna, very quickly to tell you, this habit of BJP spokespersons to portray themselves as the fly on the wall and as if they know what is happening behind four walls is like, very laughable. The point here is very simple. If the BJP, who proclaims to be so invincible, infallible, why are they always discussing about what the opposition is doing? They should do their own thing. The fact is, they are worried that the opposition is strong. Therefore, they give all these frivolous statements like
We are not at all worried. We are not at all worried.
Is strong together. No, so then if you're not worried, why do you keep talking so much?
We are not at all worried.
No, but he's talking because I called him and I asked him a question.
Why? When you were talking, I was not talking in between. So you want me to talk over you? I can talk over you. Tamanna's giving me the opportunity to talk.
Nobody is going to talk over anybody on this show. Please, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Nobody is going to talk.
Yeah, so
everyone knows
I
the
was
rules.
talking. You asked me to respond. Yeah, so you asked me to talk. I'm talking. He's talking over me.
Okay,
so my point is very simple, Tamanna. No, allow me to finish, Tamanna. Ask him to keep quiet. So I'm going to finish my point by saying that we are united, we are strong together, and this fly on the wall attitude will only show the world that that they are worried. That's all.
Okay, so to be fair, you're asking Mr. Vishwas Pathak why he's worried about the opposition unity. To be fair, we are holding the debate and we've invited him and we've asked his view. So he has no choice but to respond. So just on that point.
Listening to all these things.
Okay, nobody was there actually. Tehseen Poonawalla, do you want to hazard a guess? Why all of these flurry
just
of
forgive
meetings
him. I can understand his frustration.
Let's not get personal, please.
Let's not get personal.
Please, let's not get personal.
Let's forgive
seriously.
Okay.
We can see the frustration.
Okay, time out for Mr. Vishwas Pathak and Mr. Clyde Crasto right now. The question is to Tehseen Poonawalla. Okay, what is... No, 1 minute. Let's be civil. Let's be civil.
Tamanna, I've been civil.
The fact is that nobody knows what has been happening. Nobody knows what the conversation is right now. Nobody knows what the conversation going on is right now. What we are observing is a flurry of activity, especially in Maharashtra. Tehseen, what is your reading? If all is well, why these series of meetings?
Thank you so much for having me on the show. And let's break each of these things down logically. Yes, the opposition is meeting, and yes, there's a flurry of meetings, but why not? The opposition will have a political strategy, and it will come together mathematically to defeat the BJP and its allies. Now, the most honorable Prime Minister may stand up in Parliament and say, "Main akela sab pe bhari," while 300 of his own MPs are sitting behind, and he may obviously not consider them of importance. But is the BJP right now not in an alliance? The BJP is in an NDA alliance. The BJP is very much in an alliance. Is the BJP spokesperson on your very credible channel saying the BJP is breaking up all its alliances? No, they have an NDA alliance. In fact, the most honorable Prime Minister and most honorable Home Minister, while campaigning in Meghalaya, called all sorts of names to Mr. Sangma, and then went and formed a government in Meghalaya with Mr. Sangma, of which they were a part earlier, and then they said it is the most corrupt government in the history, not of Meghalaya, in the history of India. So listen, that is politics. They had an opportunistic alliance in Jammu and Kashmir, which rightfully they broke, but they had an opportunity. The fact is the BJP is totally rattled, and I'll tell you why they're rattled. Over the last 2 years, they've lost more alliance partners than they've gained. They've lost the erstwhile Shiv Sena, which is now the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena. They've lost Akali Dal. They, of course, lost the PDP. They've lost alliance partners everywhere. They've lost Chandrababu Naidu's party, and they know that the maths is not adding up completely for them, so they're a little bit rattled. But I'm still not going to concede that the opposition has it very easy. The opposition will. Tamanna, just 10 seconds. The opposition does not have it easy. They will have to come together. And just 10 seconds more, something very important, and that's where I end. I think one solution for the opposition is take the advice of what Kapil Sibal is saying. He's saying something very important. He's saying come together on a macro issue, and then the smaller issues can be worked out, whether it's Savarkar, whether it is something in Telangana, whether it is something somewhere else. These contradictions can work out, but you must have a larger macro issue, and I think Kapil Sibal is playing a good role in that. And I think if this larger macro issue sticks, the BJP may find it a little tough. The NDA.
So the point I was making, Tehseen, you said that the math is not adding up for them. They've lost all their alliance partners. Problem is it's not harmed them at all. It's not harmed them electorally. They don't need their alliance partners.
Yes.
In fact, they've added on. Mr. Eknath Shinde is their fresh alliance partner now in Maharashtra, carved out of the Shiv Sena. decimating the government that was there. And yes, I'm coming to you, Mr. Krishna Hegde. I'm coming to you after this comment from Tehseen Poonawala, who's saying that they are rattled by seeing the opposition unity. They're going and saying we're going to win 300 seats in the next general election.
I completely concede to the point that they have an alliance with the Eknath Shinde faction of the Shiv Sena. But even mathematically, all the opinion polls that have recently come out, including one by your sister group, which I saw, Maharashtra seems very tough for them with Eknath Shinde and Mr. Fadnavis, Lok Sabha wise. They're going to lose seats. Look, they will still get good seats. I'm not denying it. But there's going to be a loss in the seats. And that loss is not being compensated otherwise. So they're losing seats in Maharashtra. They're losing seats in Bihar. They're not going to get the same amount of seats that they've got in West Bengal. So they're going in negative territory. But who's gaining those seats? This new alliance that is being formed. So that maths is not adding up at the moment for them. I'm not conceding that BJP is not the strongest party in the country. Don't get me wrong. It is at the moment. But they are worried about the maths. And with Karnataka, which they're going to lose, there is a problem that is starting to slightly seep into the BJP or the NDA, the larger NDA.
Okay, Karnataka, of course, is a whole different ball game, and we have to see what happens there. Krishna Hegde, I want to come to you on what Congress is happening in the Maha Vikas Aghadi and the kind of attack that has come from Mr. Aditya Thackeray, to which the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has also responded. Mr. Aditya Thackeray today has made a startling claim, and I will be speaking with Priyanka Chaturvedi on that in just a short while from now, where he has said that Mr. Eknath Shinde came crying to Matoshri, saying, I will be arrested if I don't join the BJP before the events that followed. What is your comment on this?
Tamanna ji, let me first tell you that earlier the same Aditya Thackeray ji had said that his father, Uddhav Thackeray ji, wanted Eknath Shinde ji to become the CM. Now he is contradicting his own statement. Secondly, the Uddhav Thackeray-led government, that is the Maha Vikas Aghadi government, was the government which revoked the permission from CBI to prosecute or take action within the state of Maharashtra. And this revocation of order was there for 2 years till Eknath Shinde ji became the chief minister and again revoked that order and made CBI, responsible that they could take any action on any leader in Maharashtra. So the fact that Aditya ji is saying that Eknath Shinde ji went to the BJP because of the CBI and for the action he was going to take, the CBI was going to take on him, is totally absurd, because this is what his own government has done, if he does not remember. And this is what himself he has said. So I totally, do not agree with him. Secondly, I think he is just mouthing what he has been told without understanding what has happened in the past in his own government. Secondly, Clyde was saying that we are all together, MVA is together. The NCP, the Congress and the Shiv Sena differed on the Veer Savarkar ji issue. They differed on the JPC Adani issue. They differed on the EVM issue. And the NCP went and supported the NDPP in Nagaland along with the BJP. And also in the APMC polls, the NCP is supporting the BJP. So I'm telling you, within the whole Maha Vikas Aghadi and whoever are their prospective, alliances, the AAP does not get along with the Congress. The NCP does not get along with the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi.
Are you wooing the NCP, Mr. Hegde? I asked the same question of the BJP. Are you wooing the NCP in Maharashtra? You seem to be very happy with these alliances and, with this portrayal that the NCP is ready to exit the MVA.
Of course we are happy. Of course we are happy. And like you said earlier, even in 2014, we had 292 odd seats. In 2019, we had 303 seats. And along with the allies, BJP has got over 350 seats. And this time we are going to break the 350 barrier. So we will be happy if there is any issues among the NCP or anybody. Why not?
Where does that leave you? They will not leave you.
We are solidly in the government in Maharashtra, headed by Eknath Shinde. And the next polls are going to be fought in 2024 under the leadership of Eknath Shinde and
Clyde Castro, since he's
Fadnavis
mentioned you,
on the BJP.
quick response. Since he's mentioned you, quick response, Clyde. Yes.
You know what? Krishna Hegde read out a whole list of people going together, not going together. I want to get into that. I will tell you one thing very simple. The BJP Maharashtra president went on to say that the Shinde faction will get minuscule amount of seats to contest in the forthcoming elections. I think Mr. Krishna Hegde should worry about that, because BJP is actually considering them as nothing.
Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. Please worry about your own party.
Krishna, you are worried
about your own party.
No, you were worried that we are not together.
Please worry about your own party.
Together.
But why are you all talking over each other?
Don't worry about us. We will sort ourselves.
But why,
Mr.
Krishna Hegde, why? 1 minute. Mr. Krishna Hegde, why are you interrupting him?
Yeah.
1 minute. Mr. Krishna Hegde, let him finish, because I asked him a question, and then you will get an opportunity to respond. Yes.
Tamanna, what I find very funny, the minute I start speaking, both the BJP and the Shinde faction jump in and try to stop me from talking, because they are worried that I'm going to be telling them showing them the mirror. So it's okay. I enjoy this kind of banter. I really love it. Point here is very simple. He should worry, and Krishna Hegde is actually a friend of mine. He may be in another camp. But I think, as a friend, I'm telling him, he should worry about how many seats it's going to end up, because BJP is surely going to give them a very, very raw deal. So you worry about yourselves. You can keep us aside, because we are together and everybody can see we are together.
Okay. Rohit Chandavarkar has been waiting very, very patiently. And Rohit, the only reason I've come to you last is because I want you to hear everyone. And then, give us your expert view. Your expert, non-partisan view of what is going on in Maharashtra and with the MVA. Is Sharad Pawar's party, the NCP, the glue, and is that glue wearing thin?
Tamanna, I don't know if you have watched a Hollywood film called 2012, directed by Roland Emmerich, I think. There's a very significant line in that movie which says, when the government tells you not to panic and stay calm, it is time to pack your bags and run. That's what the actors in that film say before a huge earthquakes happen around California region. So the moral of the story is, when political parties tell you all is well, there is no problem, you have to understand that there is a problem. There is a major problem. The situation in Maharashtra currently, Tamanna, is very fluid. And the BJP is getting into election mode, because they know that, like Prime Minister Modi himself described to his party workers, there are less than 350 days remaining before the next Lok Sabha polls. The BJP has realized that they cannot make it alone. They need a strong partner, and it is very obvious that they are not sure that they'll be able to, get the maximum seats out of the 48 Lok Sabha seats in Maharashtra with Eknath Shinde alone. They need another alliance partner, and my guess is, simple guess, I'm not sure about this, is that they are eyeing NCP. They are eyeing some kind of an alliance with NCP, and there is some kind of talk happening, which right now is under wraps, and it is very obvious the way things are moving, that there is some kind of backdoor backroom talks between the BJP and NCP. That is my wild guess, if you want to call it that. But the way things are unfolding in Delhi and Mumbai and other places, the way NCP chief is speaking and the words that he is using are making it very clear that there is major discomfort between the Congress Party and the Nationalist Congress Party. There is obviously, something majorly wrong. That much I can say right now. Coming to, the Vidhan Sabha picture, whatever the decision comes out of Supreme Court, I have no doubt that the Shinde-Fadnavis government will continue in Maharashtra. But that is also another factor that is weighing on everybody's mind, that what if 16 MLAs get disqualified? How do we work towards stabilizing, the situation in Maharashtra and continuing in governance in government? That is what BJP and NCP are perhaps working at secretly. I'm not sure about this also, but you just look at the statements coming from Ajit Pawar recently, Mr. Sharad Pawar himself recently, and then this discomfort that has come, and then the so-called patch-up meeting that has kind of surfaced in Delhi just a couple of hours ago. The message has to be read between the lines. What they say is okay. I mean, those are bites that our reporters go there and take, and I've seen enough of that.
Yeah.
But you have to see between the lines what is the picture unfolding. And I think I'm not saying, one clarification that I have to give for the benefit of all panelists here is that I'm not saying right now things will suddenly happen, alliances will break or any such thing. I'm not saying Maha Vikas Aghadi is under any threat immediately. I'm saying the picture is going to unfold over next many months towards the next 2024 Lok Sabha and perhaps simultaneous Vidhan Sabha elections happening in Maharashtra. And all the parties, I can tell you, are working towards that. What you see right now is the precursor to some dramatic things that may happen post-monsoon, just before the upcoming municipal and Zilla Parishad election season in Maharashtra. And that's what the picture is that, really your viewers need to understand. Instead of the bites that are given officially by political readers, leaders,
I'm going to pull up the pictures of that meeting. I'm going to pull up the pictures of that meeting which took place a short while ago in Delhi.
Never trust what the politicians say. They are good people. They mean to run governance, and they are working for the masses and for the Janta. That's fine. But at the end of the day, don't trust what the bites are. There's a lot happening behind the scenes is what I want to tell your viewers. And that is the real picture without taking any sides, without being biased. I'm not mentioning any party names. I'm just saying the bottom line is...
that's why when Rohit Chandavarkar speaks and analyzes Maharashtra politics, everyone listens. Everyone listens very, very carefully.
My last line, Tamanna, is right now the situation in Maharashtra, I can say, is very fluid. Those are the keywords.
Yeah.
Situation is fluid, that's all.
The situation is very fluid. Look at it beyond what is being said on screen. We're trying to get you beyond the headline, as we claim to do. Tehseen wants to respond. Tehseen, you can't deny that this is not just an ordinary set of meetings that we are seeing. You may wish that this alliance, goes through, opposition unity travels through beautifully, and it all sails through in 2024. But that doesn't mean it's likely to happen.
Yeah, I concede to that. And if I don't speak as somebody who supports a political party, which I vote for, and I never hide that affiliation, and purely as a political analyst, what Rohit is saying is right. There are too many layers within this. Rohit will remember in 2008, when the Congress was in government, both in the UPN and the state, Ajit Pawar had formed in Pune, famously called the Pune pattern. It was Shiv Sena, BJP, and NCP to keep Suresh Kalmadi out of the Pune Municipal Corporation. That later on broke because the 2009 victory was big with the UP, and Mr. Kalmadi ended up becoming the Member of Parliament once again. Subsequently, the Congress lost a lot of vote in Pune. So the NCPs also made Congress irrelevant in Pimpri Chinchwad and many other areas, particularly in Western Maharashtra. So there are certain factions, but it doesn't end there. There's even more complexity in that. And again, Rohit will bear with me. There's my friend Parth Pawar. There's my friend Rohit Pawar. There are more complexities within this entire scheme of things that are working around. So Maharashtra politics is going to be very fascinating. So on a macro level, it seems very easy that yes, the NCP, the Shiv Sena faction of the Uddhav Thackeray side, and the Congress come together, and mathematically they're big. That has the BJP rattled. The other side of it, there is the Supreme Court judgment. Now, if anyone saw what Kapil Sibal argued, and Abhishek Manu Singhvi, but largely Kapil Sibal's arguments, the Tushar Mehta didn't really have any counters, and the Chief Justice came down very heavily on the role of the governor, which is one of the reasons why the governor resigned, apart from the Shivaji Maharaj controversy. So those are things that have the BJP worried. Let's put a litmus test out here for the BJP and Eknath Shinde spokesperson. If elections were to be held tomorrow in Maharashtra, will Mr. Fadnavis concede to Mr. Eknath Shinde being the chief ministerial face? And the answer is there. The answer is there. You may say whatever you want on mirror now.
Said it about
the
10 minutes
answer
ago.
is, will that election be fought under Eknath Shinde?
He said it 10 minutes ago.
Krishna Hegde is in the Eknath Shinde camp. You asked the BJP.
He has said it 10
you asked the
minutes
BJP.
ago. No, Tehseen,
I will reply to this.
One more point. When you're talking about the case in court, one more point that is a bone of contention. The court also questioned why Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has resigned. He resigned by himself. So what can the court do about it? It becomes impossible.
I was on your show.
Impossible to go back to status quo.
In fact, I was on your show. That's the only reason.
And that's something Sharad Pawar comes and says.
That was in fact, just Krishna, 1 second. Krishna, 10 seconds. Tamanna, if you remember that night, I was on your show, and that's exactly what I said. You never resign on Facebook. You never resign on a Facebook Live. You fight in the assembly till the last man standing. So sometimes I don't understand, because even with the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, it's become so woke that, you know, I mean, who resigns on Facebook Live? So each of these things have been so complicated in Maharashtra that I agree even to that point.
I think
status quo ante
Trump,
to get back to it, because who resigns on Facebook Live?
I think Trump has done similar things. Trump has done similar things on Twitter earlier, so there's a precedent.
I don't know what's happening
kidding.
with Indian politics. If
yeah,
but you know, woke,
Trump has a
I don't know what is happening anymore.
Yeah.
Tamanna, can I get in here?
Like you know, Tamanna, no one resigns on Facebook. You go in an assembly, you give an emotional speech, you look at Eknath Shinde and say, you are my man, and then you resign.
I know what your political position is, but I started this show saying that now there are red flags in this alliance, and is the glue that is holding it together wearing thin? By this point in the show, I think that point has been underlined and agreed.
I think that's perfect description of the situation. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, even though all the political spokespersons will not want to agree.
Yeah, you see, nothing will happen immediately. I repeat that. Nothing will happen tomorrow, within a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. Nothing will happen right now. There's no breakdown right now in MVA. Mark my words. But there are fissures, there are problems, and things will shape up, you know, in the next few months, down the line after monsoon, perhaps after the monsoon session of Maharashtra Assembly. Mark my words, Tamanna.
All right, so a lot more coming on this. Rohit Chandavarkar quoted a movie dialogue. I know a Desi dialogue, which is "Picture abhi baki hai." So that's the one I'm going to quote because that's definitely true of this story. I want to thank all of you for joining us on this leg of the debate, but I have